All right, guys, it's day number 1159 review video here for my progress in S Group. We're going to do a little withdrawal here, $219. We're going to talk about some awesome news that came out today. Where are we? Over here. So this is my English updates channel, guys. And this is also the channel that I'm going to do the English webinars through. So, you want to be a member of this channel, definitely. And you can get to this channel through any of my videos. Okay, so we'll just go over to YouTube and I'll show you this. And I'm going to start talking about this in more videos because we got to ramp that up because we're definitely obviously coming to the end of this audit here pretty soon. So, or I shouldn't say end of the audit, but the release of the SWCT from the broker or something that way, or it could be end of the audit. We don't know yet. We're going to get into that news here pretty soon. But yeah, if you go to any of my videos, so here's the last video I uploaded. And then if you come down here, you can see my public English updates channel. So if you click that, that'll actually get you access to this group here. And basically what this group is, guys, is I put every little information, like you can see this post here is from Vadim. That's the owner of S Group. And it's in the 15% group. So believe it or not, this group here, my group, guys, it actually got this information before anyone else that was below 15% because Sergi put this information here about 20 minutes after I put it out in this group here, right? He put it in the 13% and the 10.5, and I think he put it in the public company group as well there, okay? So yeah, pretty cool. That doesn't happen all the time, of course, but yeah, I put all the information here, guys. It's always in English, that type of thing. And most of the time what I do actually is I'll go and I'll copy what he's saying and I'll put it down here as well, but I figured this is pretty easy to understand. So what he's saying here, the last, basically 3 or 4 days here, the last update that we got was that he was going to do a webinar, and everyone's asking, okay, when's the webinar going to happen, basically. And so he put this out today, and he said that the webinar is going to happen on Friday or Saturday. So I would say it's going to happen this weekend or the start of next week is kind of what I would think, because there has been a couple times where he hasn't got the information together, what he wants to present to the members on the webinar there. And then this here, guys, what he's saying here is that they're going to they're having a webinar this weekend or the start of next week type thing. And then before New Year's, okay? So NG actually means Russian New Year's. I forget exactly what it's called, but Russian New Year's, that's what NG means. It took us a while to figure out that. But he'll be doing another one there. So I'm going to talk a little bit about this, my opinion on this, and what I think is going to happen and what I think they're going to say, guys. So this isn't 100% this is what he's going to talk about in the webinar, but we know 100% he's going to be talking about the audit. He's going to be talking about the meeting that he had with the broker, okay? So what they're working on is a release of the freeze on the funds that's in the broker, because the broker made the decision because there's an audit going on SWCT, which if you've ever worked in any kind of finance before, audits is just part of a legit business, guys. You have to have audits and stuff like that. So there's an audit on our SWCT, which is USDT, okay, in the broker account. So the broker made the decision, okay, during this audit, they're going to suspend withdrawals and deposits from that broker account, which in return for us made it the same deal with us through S Group, is that we can't deposit and we can't withdraw if you've invested in SWCT, which 99% of the members, that's their main investment is in SWCT, right? Okay, so we're getting an update about that here, as you can see, right? Friday or Saturday, or I'll say start of next week kind of thing, right? We're going to have an update with that, and I'm pretty sure he's going to talk about the meeting he had with the broker, and we might get the news, guys. We might get the news exactly what's going to happen, right? He might even put out a date of when we will be able to exchange SWCT inside the S wallet again. So that'd be freaking awesome if we got that news at this next webinar. But this is what I think. I think he's gonna, because he did mention right here, guys, that they're gonna have another meeting. He's already planned. We're gonna have another meeting in New Year's. So I think this is what I think is going to happen. My opinion on this. I think he's not going to say at the next webinar that, oh yes, next time you log into your account in S Wallet, you'll see SWCT there and you can exchange it. Like, I don't think anything like that's going to happen, guys. I see some people saying, like in our English chat group, we had a guy last night say, oh, he's probably going to say that, the exchange in S Wallet will be open again for SWCT and stuff like that. Guys, I just don't think that's the case. It's like anything in life. News, if you're looking forward to something, like, okay, here's a perfect example, okay? I ordered a Tesla Cybertruck, right? And for that, I've been on a waiting list for 4 years, okay? I'm not going to all of a sudden get a message saying your Cybertruck is ready, come pick it up, okay? So that's not how news comes out, right? News comes out in stages, okay? So what is the last news that we heard? The last news we heard about the audit and about everything, right? The last news we heard was that it was over 50% done. This, I'm talking about the last webinar, over 50% done. And the final, finale of the auditing is going to happen a lot faster than the first, over 50% kind of thing, right? So that first over 50% took 4 months. So this is what I think is going to happen, guys. I think that he's going to say at this next webinar that they made a deal with the broker that we are going to be getting, a portion or a percentage of our SWCT as a withdrawal. And it could be the funds you're making now or the funds that you have made over the last 5 months or something like that, right? Something, right? Okay, I think that we'll get that kind of information. Okay. And then I think that what he's planning for is this next New Year's webinar. I think that's when they're planning that everything will be back to how it was before the audit. That's what I think. The audit will be finished and stuff like that, and we can move forward. And that's basically when I would start my big promotional thing, guys. I'll talk about that for a little bit here, just because for me, that's probably the most important thing. It's, definitely the audit is number one, because I can't start my promotion campaign when the audit's going on, because there's no point promoting and doing a big thing when the audit's going on, right? Okay. So this is it here, guys. So this is my big marketing plan, what I'm going to do, and it's going to involve everyone that speaks English, basically. If you want to promote in English, then you can be a part of this, and I'm going to be doing it through this group here. This is what the group's going to turn into, guys, is more like a marketing campaign type thing where we'll have webinars and all that kind of stuff. And then, of course, this is like a legitimate business, right? S Group is a legitimate business. So we'll have issues again. Guys, the audit's not the last thing. And then, after that, everything's going to be perfect and, kind of thing like that. It's a legitimate business, S Group. So in legitimate business, guys, things happen all the time. Every year there's going to be something we have to overcome. So this group, of course, I'm going to use it, of course, for those webinars to announce them and the English webinars and stuff like that. And we can build an English community together, just everyone type thing. But also I want to use this group how I'm using it now to give support through these hard times. Okay. I honestly, guys, I don't know more than you if you follow the updates, right? I might know it faster than you because I'm in the 15% group and the information comes there and then the leaders put it out. But we're talking, it comes there and then 30 minutes later, it's out to the public, right? So if you simply follow the updates, you actually know as much as I know. But here's the thing is most people don't follow updates. If I was to go and look at, say, for instance, here, we'll go into, I don't want to pick on anyone, but we'll go into my group here, okay? And I'll just pick this guy here. And then if I go look at the groups he's in, I can see he's in the English, my team channel. He's in my English updates channel. He's in our old EN chat group, which there's nothing in there now, right? So he's not in the company channel. Okay. And most members, they're supposed to be in the company channel, guys. That's what, but a lot of people don't want to join company channels because it's not the news isn't coming out in English and they have to use the translator and all that kind of stuff. So I just picked some random guy there he's not directly on my team, but he's I think he's 4 or 5 levels below me. So I'm not his sponsor. So I don't really care, what he does. That's his decision type thing. But, I could go and pick random people, and the odds are they're not in, like this guy as well, right? He's not in the updates channel for the company, right? I don't know if he has a team or anything like that, but you can see he's not in the 13%. He's not in the 10.5%. I'll block out their names. Maybe that's best. But as you guys can see there, a lot of people, they don't follow the company news, guys, and they just rely on their sponsor to tell them things. And here's the hard part is most sponsors out there, when things don't go the way they envision in their head, right? Like no one out there envisioned, oh, we're going to go through an audit, right? No one was thinking that. But if they think about it in a legitimate business way, then an audit is a possibility. Okay? So what happened with most of the sponsors in S Group, like sponsors that were, say, I wouldn't say anyone at 15% or above, or maybe not even 13% and above, but a lot of people out there, guys, that weren't really focused 100% on S Group, but we're still promoting it. We're not following company updates and kind of relying on their 15% or above sponsor to give them the information and that type of thing, guys. A lot of them just kind of dumped their team. Like when their team messaged them, and you might be going through this experience, when their team messages them, they say, oh, I don't know, or ask someone else or something like that, right? Like I get messages constantly, like here's one here. This guy's not on my team. I've asked him for his username, asking me questions like exactly what he should be asking his sponsor. He shouldn't be asking random people online those kind of questions, right? Okay. So, support, guys, through anything, especially online companies, it's definitely a problem. You make the decision to join someone, and then, through a time like the audit, or through a time like, where maybe you made the wrong decision with the person you've joined, that type of thing. They're not giving you the proper support. They're just telling you like, oh, just wait. Or they say, I don't know, or something like that. And that's just not the correct answer. If you've brought someone in and you're making commissions off them and stuff, like it's your job, it's your responsibility type thing, is to help them, support them, do all you can. And simply all that sponsor, would have to do is message their sponsor, right? If their sponsor is giving the same I don't know answer, then that person messages their sponsor. And eventually you'll hit someone who's in this 15% group. Everyone in here is a millionaire, guys. Everyone in this 15% group is an online millionaire. They all have investments probably bigger than mine, and I've made $1 million through S Group, right? And they've sponsored, like everyone that hits 15%, they're all kind of at the same level. So everyone in this group here, they understand what it takes to lead a bunch of people. They understand what it takes to give proper support. They understand what it takes, understanding the mindset of people, that the majority of people, they think, oh, this is what's going to happen. I'm going to put $1,000 in here, and then next year I'm going to be a millionaire. That's how most people think about making money online, right? And a lot of top leaders, guys, they understand that mindset. So they understand that when things don't go the way that the majority think, they know how to deal with it, right? Okay, so that's what I'm saying, is that eventually, if you just keep on asking for support and your sponsor's not giving you support, their sponsor's not giving you support, eventually you'll hit someone that will give you support. And that's really what you have to do. But what I've done, because I've realized it's, a lot of people just, as I just showed you for an example there, guys, like those two people that are in my English chat group, they're not under me, they're under other people or whatever, but they're still, I see them as on my team type thing. You can tell, as I showed you, they're not in any channels that the company puts out. And that's the whole thing, is the company wants you to be in those channels so then you can follow the news that they're putting out and you understand what's going on. So I understand that the majority of people, that's their mindset, is, oh, I'll just see what so-and-so says or something. And that so-and-so, in a lot of cases, ends up being me, because in the English market, as of I know, I'm the only one that speaks English that's in the 15% group. I know there's a couple other people in there that speak English, but they also speak Russian as well, right? And maybe they don't live in Russia or Ukraine or, those countries, right? So I think that this is a really good idea, guys, is that in the English community, because it is so small, that we just have a goal of like working together. Like, who cares who your sponsor is? And we just have a goal of working together. But it's not like what I'm saying here, guys. It's not like, hey, personally message me and ask me questions, right? You still need to go to your sponsor to ask questions. But if we have a group like this and I can just put out the news and anyone that wants to see it can see it, I think that's really good, because as I see, not everyone does things the way the company wants them to by joining the company channels and using the translator and that type of thing, right? Okay, so yeah, I just went over this last update here, guys, is that he put out the news. We're having that webinar that we've all been waiting for. We want to hear the news about the deal he made with the broker. What is that type thing? And then we've got another great news here is that he's having a second webinar going into New Year's, which is really good news because they're actually planning for something, right? And my guess would be that second webinar might be the news of that, what we're all waiting for here about SWCT and being able to sell it one-to-one with USD inside S-Wallet, guys. I can't wait for that. You guys see my withdrawals. You guys see, if you watch these videos, you see that I have over $100,000 in USD in SWCT here, stacking up in my wife's wallet. Let's get going here, guys. And that's what I recommend you do, guys. Don't think of this audit in a negative way. Think of it that kind of in this way, like you're in a legitimate business and things happen, right? There's going to be something else next year that you didn't plan for. It probably definitely will not be a similar situation where, our majority of investment we can't withdraw from, exchange for like 6 months or something like that, because that's basically probably what it's going to be like, is 6 to 7 months here without an exchange of SWCT, right? It probably won't be something like that, but it's going to be something that you didn't plan for, right? And once you realize that, you'll feel a lot better just about day-to-day and S group and stuff like that, guys, because here's something else, okay? And I'll talk about this. I know I've been talking for 17 minutes here about blah, 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 blah. But what, like 2022, what was going on in 2022? Were members complaining? Yes, they were. They're complaining that they were unhappy with not earning as much as they did with their investment amount like they were in 2020, right? That was the complaint of last year. And even a little bit into 2021. Like, that was the complaint. So I'm just saying here, guys, it's a real business. Every year there's going to be something. The only time you're going to be 100% happy in something that deals with making money online is if you're involved with a Ponzi scheme and the Ponzi scheme is doing great, because every day is the same thing, right? But you're involved with a real business and every day is not the same thing. And you have to take that in, and you have to create that mindset of that, okay, this is a real business. And I know that real businesses do not go 100% exactly how I plan to go, right? If I own a pizza store, if I own a shoe store, if I own some kind of, a pawn shop or whatever kind of thing like that, if I own a brick and mortar traditional business, every day is not the same. I'm not going to make the same amount of money every single day. My staff might phone in sick. It's COVID. The government might lock me down for a year. I can't open my business, stuff like that. Like, things don't go exactly how you plan in life, and life is just not like that. So you have to treat S Group like everything else in life that's real and that's good, guys, is, you got to plan for the hard times. You got to take advantage of the good times. This is me taking advantage of the good times, guys. I know what's right around the corner. I know that a bunch of people are going to be looking at S Group being like, oh my God, this is one of the only companies that I could find online that's an online investment where I put money into it. I make more money than I've put into it. I get a return on it, and it's been audited, right? Personally, I cannot think of another business that has 6 years of trading data that has been audited, okay? And us coming out of the audit, that will be S Group, okay? So this is me right now, guys. I'm thinking about that situation. Is why I'm doing this, big, huge, like I'm going to do a big, huge marketing campaign. That's what this video is about here. So I recommend go watch this video, right? Okay. The big idea S Group marketing for 2024. It's a good video. If you've ever been interested in sales or anything, that's the one you got to see, guys, because I share my plan of how I'm going to get to 15.5, and this will also take me to 16% as well, which is like the top of the system basically. I know there's more levels on top of that, but for me, those more levels right now they're unrealistic, right? Okay, like for instance, the guy at the top of the system that's made over $10 million in S Group since it started, he's only at this level here. And I'm saying only because it's pretty freaking phenomenal, right? That's $100 million in sales. But for me, this is unrealistic, right? I can't even comprehend. Right now, guys, I can't even comprehend doing 25 million in sales, right? Personally, myself, I've done almost 3.4 million in sales, right? Okay, so let's get going here. We'll do a withdrawal. 20 minutes of me going blah, 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 but I think a lot of that blah, blah, blah talk was good. I think that what I was saying there, guys, hopefully it put a lot of the viewers, like it put their mindset in the proper space and not looking at S Group like everything else online that, if there is something that happens that's not how you planned, then, it's a scam and stuff like that. Guys, you have to think of it as real business, right? Okay, so we'll do a withdrawal here. 218 SWCT. Go grab the wallet address. I sold my STD, my SWP and stuff like that, sent it back over to S Wallet, and that was like $770 or $790 or something like that. That's why I have $990 in here now, right? Okay, so do this. So we'll go here, and we'll do this, and we'll do that, and there's that withdrawal. And that's basically it for the withdrawal of this video here. 22 minutes. I guess I could go and I could add up. There it is there, guys. I could add up how much did I make in the last 24 hours here from the investments. I'm pretty sure that tonight, the Optimal, my big, huge withdrawal from Optimal, guys, will be in tomorrow's video, which is going to be over $10,000. Because right now, here's exactly how much 50K makes you. There's going to be one more day of earnings here. You see it's on day number 90. So tonight's earnings will go into here. And if tonight's earnings is $200 or so, or $300 or whatever, then this would be like $5,200, $5,100, $5,300. And that's pretty freaking amazing, guys. US, right? Off of $50,000 investment. And that's a higher month, I'd say, for Optimal, but still freaking amazing compared to the S4X, right? So there you go. So we're going to go, I'll add all this up here. So this one here is on day number 89. So 2 days later or something like that, I'll get this as well. So this week's going to be pretty freaking amazing withdrawals. Probably like maybe $16,000 or so this week. US. So it's like 22,000 Canadian. It's amazing. Man, guys, I like, I'm not trying to brag or anything like that, but like after the audit here, this is going to be insane. Because think about this. Like, you see how much I'm withdrawing and stuff like that. I still have $54,000 left in S4X there that I haven't moved out into like Prime or something like that. In my wife's account, I've got $93,000 in S4X. I haven't moved that over yet. So it's going to be crazy, guys. When I get those into Prime or into Optimal, that sort of thing, guys, it's gonna be nuts how much is going on here. Okay, so we'll add this up here. So we'll just say that's 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll round it up. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52. Won't count that. So 52. So plus another 52 on there. And this guy here, so 14, so we'll say that's 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, yeah, 23, right? Okay, 23. So this is the Optimal earnings from last night, so it's 810 US. Okay. Google would like to know my location. No, it's okay. You don't need to know my location. Okay, so back to here. And we'll go to Pro. We forgot to look at how much the percentage was. But anyways, if you follow the updates or whatever, I put the percentages out every night in my group there. Or someone does, right? Okay, so the Pro was 77%. Or 0.77, I should say. 77%. Imagine that. Okay, so 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, or we'll go 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. There you go. 16 plus 14 plus 29. 16 plus 14 plus 29 is for Pro is $59 plus 59 plus and then this guy over here. So 122, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. So we'll go 27, and then that made 0.27. Okay, so almost 1,000 US there, and I don't count these guys just because they're so small. Like my Prime is just for me to understand how it works, and then after the audit, I'll put basically I'm going to put this in here. So S Crypto, I won't do S Crypto, guys. I did Liquidity Mining. It's basically the same kind of deal there. I just did that. I made some videos of how to do it, just to make content about like if you didn't want to invest in Prime, like you can invest in S Crypto with your SWCT. But as I said, what I'm doing and what I think is best is to replenish your savings, put some cash in your bank, that type of thing, and just let the SWCT stack up in your S wallet. And then when this, we can exchange SWCT inside S wallet happens, then we go and exchange that, do a withdrawal to the bank, build up your savings, or like what I'll do is I'll put the majority of it into crypto holdings, right? Okay, like we won't do anything with S Group. I'll just put it in crypto holdings. Guys, I have my investments pretty damn built up. Like I think I have close to $400,000 invested in S Group now, 400,000. So that's pretty damn good. My lifetime goal for S Group, guys, is $500,000 invested through like my account, my wife's account. So that's pretty nice. Okay. So yeah, we'll look at this here, and we've got 896, and then I'm in Canada, so I go USD to CAD is 1,200. Okay, so 1217. So another nice day. I kind of see like that's my averages that I'm averaging now is about 1,200 Canadian a day, which is going to be sweet here when we can hit that exchange button. And it's going to be even more, guys. I think that I'll be making on average about $1,500 a day to $2,000 a day on average 5 days a week through S Group. When after everything's back to how it was before the audit, I'll be making a ton of commissions every single day. And also, I'll be making more because I'm going to take out my S4X and put it into Prime and stuff like that. And same with my wife's account. Okay, so that's basically it for this video. Let's just check on that. I don't think that withdrawal has gone through yet. Oh yeah, it has. So 219 or 218s in the holdings here right now. And then tomorrow is going to be a nice big juicy withdrawal, guys, of this Optimal. We'll just check out the percentage in Optimal here, and then I'll end the video. It's been 30 minutes. So I got to cut some fat off that video. So pool number 1 was a lower side of things, 0.53. Pool number 3, where I have like the majority of my funds, 0.54. So kind of a lower day for Optimal, or I would say in the middle, right? It's not a high day. Like a high day is 0.70 around there, and then a low day is 0.40, right? As you can see here, you can't really count the first like month of data or whatever. But anything after that, we can now pick out like what is an average, what's a high, what's a low. Okay, so that's it for this video, guys. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in another video here shortly. Definitely tomorrow I'll do a video because that balance is going to come tomorrow, and that's going to be like a $10,000 withdrawal in one day, which is pretty awesome, and I love doing those videos. So see ya. Bye-bye.